Jason Wilcox doing more nonsense interviews, but we don't want interviews and PR from Jason Wilcox. We want action, excuses for the transfer window, excuses for Ruben Amorim, and the gaslighting of Man United fans. It's just not fair anymore. Where are the standards? We're going to talk about these nonsense reports, these awful statistics, but we're not going to keep the whole 10-minute roundup show negative. We have got updates on Manchester United looking at a very good young talent at Lille. We're going to talk about the reported January plans. We're going to talk about Adam Wharton. We're going to talk about the ex-players versus the current squad and more. So, hello, and welcome back to Alice Talks Football, and welcome back to your 10-minute Manchester United news, transfer news, and update show roundup. I do apologise for not going live today. To be honest, I'm absolutely exhausted. It's one of those Sundays where I really struggle to stay awake. But yeah, let's get into the news and more. And also, I just realised I spelled Bouaddi's name wrong. So it just says Bouad, but it's Bouaddi we're talking about in the introduction. So we're going to start with this interesting statistic I saw on Manchester United. United has scored 0 goals from substitutes in the Premier League this season, which is the lowest. I'm shocked because we bring on defenders. And what do you mean? We've never had a substitute score for us this season when we're bringing on defenders. We're not bringing on attackers. We're not bringing on people to influence the attack. I'm not even shocked. Is anyone shocked by that stat? Because he brings on defenders. Or take off a defender, bring on a defender. Or take off a midfielder and bring on a defender. It's never an attacking sub. Even when we're 10 men Everton, we're 1-0 down for 60 minutes. Never an attacking sub. And look, Amorim did very well at Sporting. But Amorim's biggest weakness is his in-game management of lack of adaptability. You cannot, whether you're Amorim in or Amorim out, we can all agree his biggest weakness is his in-game management, his lack of adaptability. Because if we had Unai Emery in charge, we beat Everton. He would have adapted, we would have beat Everton. If we had Unai Emery in charge, we would have dropped points to West Ham. Let's be honest, those two drop points, which was 5 points dropped, was on Ruben Amorim's poor tactics. Shocking. So I look at it and I look at his in-game management. For example, the Fulham game, really good in the first half an hour versus Fulham, should have been 1-0 up. Bruno missed a penalty, could have been 2-0 up. Really good. The second half, Fulham changed their game plan. We knew that about 10 minutes into the second half what Fulham were going to do, but Amorim still stuck with it when the second half didn't work versus Fulham. The Burnley game, we almost bottled. You know, the amount of games where we've won, but am I convinced? Other than Sunderland, I'm not convinced by a lot of our wins. The Chelsea game, well, they attacked. Arsenal, we lost, but actually it was a decent performance, to be fair to us. City was atrocious. Burnley, we only just got through a last-minute penalty. Fulham was bad. Chelsea, they went down to 10 men. Brentford was shocking. Sunderland, yeah, we beat them 2-0. That was convincing. Liverpool, Gap hit the post 3 times. They're in the worst form ever. They're pretty crap. And to be honest, Liverpool outplayed us in the second half. Brighton 4-2 was a decent game, I take it. We almost bottled it. Forest 2-2, we shouldn't be drawing to them. Tottenham 2-2, we'd barely won a game at home other than Burnley, shouldn't be drawing to them. Everton 1-0. It's been poor, and the fact that we've not made the right substitutions or calls in games time and time again, you do have to look back at the manager. And I say, yeah, shocking in-game management. He needs to sort that out. Talking of shocking, I want to get into this report. So I don't know if you watched my video yesterday, but it was about Manchester United players basically being upset with the club legends because they feel the club legends know what pressure it is to play for Man United, and they hate that they're constantly being called out by the club legends. It was said there's growing disconnect between Manchester United's current squad and the club's iconic former players. Men in the dressing room feel that of all the people, the club legends should understand the pressure that comes with wearing the badge, but they're annoyed that they're constantly being criticised by those club legends. Some players even believe the class of '92 would rather United struggle just to keep their own legacy untouchable. I mean, that's just nonsense. Do I think the class of '92 could put more attention on the Glazers and the failures of the Glazers than the players who constantly get the blame? Yes. Do I think the players get scapegoated for a crap manager, for crap ownership, yes. Maybe we should focus more attention on the Glazers, the bigger problem at the club. But the class of '92 aren't criticising the players because they want the players to lose confidence, get loads of hate and play badly so Man United can't be good again. The class of '92 probably wants this group of Man United players to do even better than them. And also, it's not like they're even close. These Man United players are never going to beat the class of '92's legacy because we ain't even won one Premier League. We ain't even been close to winning a Premier League. You know, if they won 2 Premier Leagues, you know, maybe there's questions. Why would they be like threatened by these players? Oh, you know, we're gonna throw these players down because they could change our legacy. No, absolute nonsense. What a load of crap I've read today. And I know I'm being so negative. So much crap. There's no way the players think this. There's no way. Talking of crap, Wilcox. Wilcox has come out and done interviews and all this and that with Bouaddi, but I don't see any action from Wilcox. You brought in Amorim. You wanted the lap. He's been rubbish. I haven't got much confidence in Wilcox. I tried to be positive. I tried to back him, but you won't sack Amorim. When we beat crap Palace at Selhurst Park, Wilcox was chatting to the journalist, you know, trust the process, trust the process. Jason Wilcox thinks that Ruben Amorim should get to the end of the season, and some of you will be happy to hear that. But I just think, where have the standards gone? You wanted Liam Delap to be our starting striker. You wanted to give Ruben Amorim until the end of the season. You're always doing these interviews, this and that. The truth is, we've been crap for a year. We've been crap for a year, and you're not doing anything to fix that. The manager's had long enough. You're not doing anything to fix that. Instead, you're saying trust the process. Well, we want to trust the process, but the process isn't giving me anything to trust. I'm not seeing anything from a year of Ruben Amorim to say this is the reason why we should back him for the rest of the season. If it was bad, but I see enough from Ruben Amorim to say he can make this work, I trust the process. But who's improved under Ruben Amorim? Who is he maximising to their strengths? Is he playing entertaining football? Absolutely not. If you're playing crap football, getting crap results, not improving anyone, ignoring the academy, then I don't see enough to trust the process. I saw the reasons to trust the process with Ten Hag, but Ruben Amorim's doing the same thing over and over again and it not changing. Jason Wilcox tells me to trust the process. No! You do your job better. Understand, Liam Delap is facing another 6 to 8 weeks out of a shoulder injury. I mean, this is the guy they wanted to bring in. I mean, people keep bantering Sesko. Delap's been injured, been crap, been sent off, been injured. He's been crap, injured, or suspended. Delap's been atrocious so far. And look, I thought it was an improvement on Højlund, but I think missing out on Delap could be a blessing in disguise for Man United. I really do. I really think missing out on Delap could be a blessing in disguise for Man United. But look, that's who Jason Wilcox wanted. Now, talking of Jason Wilcox, it was also said by Chris Wheeler this. If United do go in the transfer market again in January, it will be to accelerate a deal they had planned for the summer rather than make panic buys. I want us to get Elliot Anderson. We want to get him in the summer. We probably can't get him in January. I want us to try and get him in January. We probably can't. We're going to get someone in January if it's 1, a loan deal, or 2, someone we've got in the summer. So we might not do anything in January. We might just have Amorim, and I hope he does the same thing with the squad that he's been doing all season, which we know is not sustainable, and not getting the best out of our players. Continuing on, there is a player United are looking at, which I think would be a really good addition. Manchester United are one of the clubs keeping a close eye on the development of Bouaddi. Now, Bouaddi is a young midfielder playing for Lille. He's absolutely fantastic, and for me, he's not the answer. I think you need Elliot Anderson and some experienced, proven players to come in, but he's somebody that could come in as an understudy, and when you think of his potential, it's unreal. But he might see the way Mano's being treated, he might see the way other young players are being treated, and he might not want to play for Man United. But he's a fantastic player. His football IQ, his anticipation is excellent. He reads the game well. He's a fantastic passer, fantastic ball winner. You know, he's 18. He can play DM. He can play centre mid. But he's a very good jeweler, a good ball carrier. He's press resistant, good on the ball, good at breaking the lines. And we saw Tielemans versus Arsenal yesterday. We saw the importance of having a midfielder that's good on the ball, and he could bring that. Now, obviously, if talking to midfielders that's good on the ball, there's one guy that we'd absolutely love to come in alongside Elliot Anderson, and that is Adam Wharton. Now, I don't know if you watched Crystal Palace versus Fulham today, but that Adam Wharton pass for the assist, and H said this, I know a lot of clubs that could do with Wharton. He's absolutely incredible, but his attribute of wrapping balls with his first touch into players' feet, particularly between the lines, is seriously accelerating play through the blocks in particular. It's exactly what United, Spurs and Liverpool need. That assist Wharton got today was nuts. Wharton was phenomenal today. I look at Wharton, I look at Elliot Anderson, I think, please, can we get them? That is what we need. Will we get them? Probably not. I think with Adam Wharton, he wants Champions League football. I think we can get Champions League football, but I think we need to sack Ruben Amorim to get Champions League football, and that could stop us getting Wharton. But anyway, thank you for watching today's video. See you next time. That was your 10-minute roundup. Bye.